Hello Capricorn, welcome to your monthly reading for the month of August. I hope that these energies resonate with you and help you with the month ahead. Please remember to watch for your sun, moon and rising. Let's have a look what is waiting for you this month. What energies are around you? So I've got the Angel Wisdom Tarot, and this is, I'm going to pull a card and that'll be the overall energy for the month. I can see this one wants to come out. We've got the Two of Swords, so decision and choices, I believe, or somehow you might be blocking yourself. I've got the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot, and we're going to pick a card for each week of the month just to give us an idea or a rough timeline for events or what you need to be aware of. Okay, thank you. And I've got 3 different oracle cards for you, Capricorn, and they're just going to give us additional information and insights for the month. So this is Capricorn for August. Please, Capricorn, what messages can you give us? Thank you. Oh, awakening, nice. I wonder, just straight up, Capricorn, if you've been doing some inner work, if you've been doing that deep dive into you, being enough, you're discovering your worth, your power, your passions, what drives you, and the universe is responding in quite a big way. Sorry, I just like to have everything so you can see the cards. I like to give you this view of the cards because sometimes I find that you might just be drawn to a card. There might just be one card that really stands out for you and you just find yourself looking at it all the time. So that just means that there's a special message in there for you. So the overall energies for the month, Capricorn, for the month of August, is the Two of Swords. The card says, being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem. Over-analyzing a situation. And the Two of Swords, for me, is often shows that we're at a crossroads. So we've got choices, we've got decisions to make. In this reading, I really feel like you're being asked to, or you're being asked, what are you going to follow? Are you going to follow your mind, or are you going to follow your heart? And we'll see what the other cards bring, but I really feel like it's time to go out. It's time to send your ships out. And what are you going to put on those ships? Are you even going to send them out? And I feel that it's not going to be easy for you to make this choice. I think you know what choice you should make, or what choice you're being called to make by your higher self, by something bigger than you, source, God, universe. And I really feel that with the blue of her coat, the way she's dressed in this card, it looks very abundant to me. So I feel that whatever you've been doing, if this is a job, or if this is a relationship, or if this is where you live, or whatever it might be, you've been abundant. You are in a place of comfort. So the decision is made even harder by that. So I wonder if you've been given an opportunity that satisfies a passion in you, something that really drives you, something that really motivates you, really heart driven. But is it setting you off in a different direction to where you are now? So you'd actually have to let go of a few things that are comfortable. And I don't just mean comfortable in the sense of the comfort zone that we often find ourselves in, but I'm talking comfort as in you've been doing really well. You know, you've got a level of security. You know, you've got a comfortable home. You've got a relationship that's been prosperous and comfortable. It's not going to be an easy decision this month for you, Capricorn. You're really going to have to really weigh out, what are you going to follow? And we'll get to the Seven of Pentacles, but the Seven of Pentacles for me is, are you going to put more energy and more time and more effort into something that, yes, has got you comforts and a certain level of abundance, but maybe doesn't fulfill you anymore? Let's have a look. The first week of August brings you the Ace of Cups. Now this is emotional fulfillment. This is love. This is happiness. For me, the Ace of Cups is, well, for me, the aces are a promise. For me, the aces are the universe offering you something. Now that generally comes with choices. We can take this or we can leave this. But the aces always signify something better to come that we might not see, or it's the start of a journey. So with this one here, this is emotional fulfillment, happiness, love, in a new way, on a new path. And I have a feeling that you're already in a place of a certain level of fulfillment. But the Ace of Cups here is saying there's potential for more, or there's potential for fulfillment more aligned with who you are becoming or with who you have become. Week 2 will have you with the Queen of Wands here, looking at what really drives you, what gets you out of bed in the morning, what is work but you don't feel like it's work because you love it. It's the Queens for me is the feminine energy of receiving. And so for me, the Queens is always receiving or knowing. With the Queen of Wands here, it'll be receiving information about, or the knowing about what drives you, what your passions are. The Queen of Wands, she wants to follow her passions. And she doesn't just want to, she does. She knows herself well enough to know that doing anything else is not worth her time or energy. And it's not an easy path to walk. It's not an easy direction to go in. But when we start discovering our inner worth, and I say that because of the last oracle card saying being enough, you are discovering you, your true authentic self. And when we discover that, we can't help but turn our life around or change our life so that it comes into alignment with that authentic self, with what is now our truth, which is now our knowing. And the Queen of Wands here is saying you're going to get offers of that will emotionally fulfill you, that will, you know, when they say your cup runneth over, it means you've got enough love to give to others. You've got enough resources to give to others. You've got enough knowledge to give to others. It's that overflowing of energy in whatever way that is to you. And I love the Ace of Cups. I love it so much because I love that overflowing imagery. You know, when we overflow, we can't help but give to others. We can't help but follow our own path. And that, the Queen of Wands being sandwiched in between your two aces, and your aces of abundance and your ace of overflowing of everything. And this is overflowing of energy in every or any which capacity. Yes, your cups is more your emotions and love, but with the ace I see it overflow into everything. And the Ace of Pentacles, it's very much on this earthly plane in our everyday lives. So week one, I feel you're going to be given an opportunity. You're going to come to a realization, and it's going to make you realize, wow, I am so passionate about this. I really want to do this. And week three, you will have doubts about whether you can because of financial reasons or limiting beliefs. This is, your pentacles are grounded in the earth signs. You know, they are the material things. They are our everyday life. And the Ace of Pentacles is here to say the universe is offering you a seed to plant. Now, you might think it's less prosperous than what you have going at this present moment, and initially I'd have to agree, it probably is. But because you're aligning with your authentic self, because you're going to be so fulfilled on all levels, because you're following your passion, you're following that true authentic you, you can't help but be abundant. You can't help but be abundant in this world because you are aligned, you're in the flow, and all it takes is for you to say yes, and then you go plant that seed. Week 4, Capricorn, will have you looking at, it will have you weighing up. So I find you're going to see all this and you're going to see the worth in it, even though there's fears and there's maybe even a bit of lack of clarity, there's doubts, there's like, I just don't know. Because as the first 3 weeks show, or as the first 3 energies show, depending on how it's going to play out in everybody's individual life. You see the worth in this new beginning, this new venture, this new path, this new journey. But you see, with the 7 of Pentacles, you see all the work you've done to get to where you are now. And you're going to be asking yourself, am I ready to just let all that go? I've put in so much effort. And this card to me is really the can I start again? Can I put aside all the work I've done and just put that down to learning and growing and that kind of thing? And can I start again? Can I grab my Ace of Pentacles, leave the ones that have grown because they're not quite aligned with me anymore? Or am I going to continue to push and put energy into something that maybe I've gotten as good as I can get out of it? Because that journey's finished. I've learnt, I've grown, I've moved past it. I'm not that person that sowed these seeds. I'm different. And the cards are saying it's now time to take that seed, to take that Ace of Pentacles and to plant anew, to go a new way that is really aligned with who you have become. Now, with the additional information for the month, with the Oracle cards, you've got Awakening. And the card says you are no longer letting people dictate or run your life for you. I'm also really noticing the 5 here. And the 5 is all about change. And when we awaken, I think that's the most profound change we can go through. And as the card indicates, when we awaken, we no longer make our decisions for others. And that's not to say that we become egotistical. We don't just do everything from an ego base, a me, me, me. We make decisions that are aligned with us. And those decisions, because they're made with a higher consciousness, because they're made with a really open heart, and we don't not think of others because we don't care about others, but because we've come to that realization that if we make decisions really aligned with us, ourselves, the others around us benefit because it makes us happier. And when we are happy and walking our path, that rubs off onto others. But it also gives others they see what you are choosing, they see what you are doing, and it gives them permission to make choices that are aligned with them and not dependent on another person's ideas or another person's thoughts. And I feel it's your awakening, and I feel you've already awakened, and I feel that's why this month you're going to have these opportunities, because you are becoming more and more aligned with your authentic self. And the Bobcat spirit here is saying life is a mystery. So I really feel that, and the 8 is your power. In numerology, that's your power. That's your power number. That's knowing your worth, knowing that you are enough. And with the Bobcat Spirit saying life is a mystery, it's reminding you that yes, there is worry when we start a new path. There is lack of clarity. There is fears because this path is unknown. Your life has become a mystery again. Your path will unfold. And there's mystery in that because as it unfolds, there's newness in it. So allow that, embrace that. Find the adventure in that. Tell yourself, I'm on an adventure. I'm gonna see how I go. Take the what am I trying to say? The control out of it. The absolute having to know the ins and outs. And then we've got being enough. The innermost heart says, you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. And that's the inner work. You're realizing that you are enough as you are. And I want to just explain a little bit the nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. That's your soul. The essence of you is perfect as it is. What you change is the masks that you wear, the pretense that you have, the image that you project out into the world that more often than not is not our authentic self. And you have seen that your inner self, your worth, just that you're enough. You are perfect the way that you are. What isn't perfect is the masks that you have worn, the image you've projected out into the world, and the choices you have made in the past from that place. And that's what's going to change. That's where your decisions are, that's where your choices are, and that's where your crossroad is. Capricorn, a lot to think about in the month of August. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful month, Capricorn. Lots of love and light. Bye-bye.